So I've gone ahead and added some tourist attractions in London as examples of start locations and destinations. Right, so what we need to do now is to validate these destinations because they might contain characters that are not allowed in URLs. Okay, so for example, spaces or any other characters that might not be allowed in URLs. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to write a function. Let's call it get. Shall we call it validated URL string str? Okay. So what this is going to receive is a URL string, and it will return a string. Okay. So the idea is to loop through each character and see if that character is a valid URL string. Okay. I think what we'll do, we'll just keep it simple. This might not be the fastest, but it will work. Valid cars as string. So this valid cars is going to be a string of all the valid characters in a URL. So where do we get these valid characters from? Let's ask Google. So list of valid characters in URL. Right, let's see. Let's see what this one has. Developers.google.com. Okay. Yeah, that looks like it. So we've got these ones. Okay, so I'm just going to copy that and paste it here. Whoa, it's got lots of spaces. Okay, so we'll just clean it up in a minute. Okay, yeah, right, so copy that, paste that, and finally copy this and paste it here. Right, so let's just first of all clean up this all these spaces. So as valid cars equals replace as valid cars, and we want to replace all the spaces with nothing, and then we will debug print as valid cars. Let's quickly run this function. So let's say sub try function, and let's say get valid URL string passed with nothing. Okay, that should work. If we run this, yeah, so I've got all these without any spaces. Let's copy that and paste it here. Right, so okay, so we need to loop through each character. So for I equals 1 to the length of that URL, what are we going to get? So we're going to get the let's hold each character in a car value variable equals so mid is valid SURL. We want the ith one, and we just want one character at a time. So let's declare the scar a string. So once we have it, we will check if that character is in this long string. If it is, then that means it's a valid URL character. So if in string, so what are we testing? So we're starting at 1, and we're looking in sValid cars, and we're looking for sCharacter, which is car, and let's do VB text compare so that it's case insensitive. Well, in that case, what we can do is we can get rid of 26 characters, okay, because it's case insensitive. If that is greater than -1, no, if it's greater than 0, then it's a valid character. So what we have is get validated URL string equals get validated URL string and that is car, else, and if. So let me also just initialize the result to a null string, an empty string. We don't really need to do this, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm used to doing that, so I will keep that habit. Right, so what if it's not a valid string? If it's not a valid string, we need to get the Unicode of that character. So to get the Unicode of the character, okay, so get valid URL string equals get valid URL string, and we need a plus sign, a %sign, and we need to end with also a plus sign. Okay, and here we'll use the ask wide function that will give us the Unicode of a character. So we'll do that, but this will give us the decimal number, the decimal code of the character. And to get the hexadecimal code, we will use worksheet function decimal to hex, so dec to hex, and that should work, I think. Okay, so if I come here and I debug print and I put down www.google.com, and then I put title, whatever it is, title equals, let's say, new title. Okay, let's see what happens if I run this. There we go. Yeah, it's perfect. Well, it's not really perfect. We have to adjust something here now. So if we, for example, have two characters that are not valid, if I have a space and then a space, and also if I end with a character that's not valid, let's see what's going to happen. So I'm going to delete all that and run this again. Right, so we have this is the first space, and then we have another space here, and that's the third space at the end. We see that we have two pluses, which we don't need. We don't need two pluses, and we've got a plus at the end. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually going to cause any problems. I don't think it will, but let's just clean it up. Okay, so when we finish everything, we will first of all replace all the double pluses with just one plus. So we replace in get validated URL string, all the double pluses, let's replace them with just a single plus. Okay, also if the rightmost character of that validated string, if it's a plus sign, then what we want to do is we want to get rid of that last character. So we have get validated string is equal to left get validated string length of get validated string -1. Okay, so that will actually get rid of the last character. Let's run this and see if it works. No, we need to put it here. No? Oh, yeah, we need to run this. Yeah, that's it. So we don't have any extra pluses there in the middle, and that last plus has gone away as well. That looks good. Right. Okay. So let's get rid of this. We don't need that, and we don't need this. So now let's just give this a quick try. So let's build it here. So start equals, and then let's say okay, get validated URL string of Tower Bridge. Okay, actually established London. Let's say Tower Bridge London, and destination equals get validated of Trafalgar Square London. Let's just pull this down so that we can see the lines. Okay, so we've got start equals that, and destination equals this. So that looks good. Let's see if that works. Let's call the service. Yeah, perfect. So this is still working. Right, so in the next video we're going to read these values and work out the miles and the minutes for each one of them, for each row. Okay, if you found this video useful, please don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.